All right, 9:30 Friday night hangout. That's where we grab a brew and shoot the breeze with you tonight. Small panel tonight. We're trying to get everything all working here. A little bit of tech issues, but that's okay. We'll do a quick round of intros here and get started here. From Newfoundland, we got Mike with us, Mustang 774. How's it going, Mike?
Good to be here.
Excellent. From Cape Breton, trying to work out his tech issues, we got Kerry, and Kerry can wave if you can still hear us. He's still working on his tech issues. And in Dartmouth, we got Dan with us tonight. How's it going, Dan?
Double thumbs up.
Excellent. And, of course, I am here in Halifax, or in Bedford, and just enjoying the hangout here. We'll get all settled in. We'll try to get all the tech issues resolved for Kerry. If you are watching live podcast version, of course, we might skip this part here. But, hey, you never know if we're edited or live. Let's do a quick round of what we're drinking tonight before we get going here with the topics. So, folks who are following along, you can interact with us via Twitter with the FN Hangout hashtag or on the YouTube chat right here. So, what we are drinking tonight, Mike, what are you drinking tonight, sir?
I've got a new old beer. It's the John R. Molson and Brothers from 1908.
Ooh.
It's a recipe they dug out of the vault, I guess. It's a historic pale ale, 625 ml bottle. It's 6.8%. It's got traditional hops, a malty body, but it's not too heavy. And I must say I'm pleasantly surprised. It's a really nice tasting beer.
Awesome. Excellent. I have yet to see it on the shelves here, but then again, I haven't really been looking too much for it. Let's give Kerry a try to see if he got his audio resolved. Kerry, what are you drinking tonight? No good audio yet. So you're holding a nice Boxing Rock Sunken Ledge Porter.
Sunken Ledge.
All right, so Kerry, thumbs up or down if it's good? Up. Kerry gives us a thumbs up. Kind of dipping a bit. Well, hit and miss with that porter for people. People either really like it. I think, Dan, I don't think you were too crazy.
I just found it was bland when I tried it.
Yeah. And Dan, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, everyone knows I have a real good love for the old fog burners. This would be the 2014 or 2000. Yeah, I guess. No, it must be 2015 one. And so I thought, let's try the new one. Dum dum dum.
So are you double fisting fog burners tonight?
No. I'm gonna save that for another night. I will do both, but today I'm just focusing on one. I got this year's model, which I think has been discussed previously, but the differences are, as you can tell, it's a bit of a bigger bottle, and they've reduced the alcohol content. But so far, enjoying it.
You say it's reduced alcohol?
From 11.5 down to 10.5.
Okay.
But also the price went down too, so that makes it a little bit easier to swallow.
Or easier. No, that's what you said. Easier to swallow.
Yeah. But not just easier.
I'm drinking out a growler tonight. Something from Breton Brewing. Their Hefeweizen beer. So it's a white beer. It's your typical white Belgian ale. Cloudy, has a nice banana clove kind of smell to it. Nice, easy drinking beer. Maybe a little bit more on the hoppy side. But I gotta say, the boys at Breton, they seem to be doing their styles very, very nicely. I don't think there has been one beer from these guys that I did not like. I think they're doing some pretty good stuff. So yeah, Hefeweizen, not bad stuff. All right, so let's move on with our first topic here. So folks, again, if you're watching live, you can use the FN Hangout hashtag. We're talking about the first story here, which is the fun story from the web, local. There was a fire in Aylesford. firefighters wanted to tap into the fire hydrant. No water was coming out, so they opened it up and discovered it was full of fish.
It's amazing. If you look at that picture too, you can see the grating which they use to protect against the intake picking up large objects like that, and the fish are embedded between the holes of the grating.
Yeah. Wow. First time I've seen that.
It looks like someone cut someone's arm off, and that's just the fleshy flap on the side of it sticking out of it.
So it's definitely for sure, definitely a first for these firefighters here. Luckily it was only a grass fire, so it wasn't like a real house fire, so they'll have to figure out how where that water intakes come from and try to fix things here. But I thought that was hilarious.
Did you see the link that's later in that article in regards to that creepy fish that somebody found in Nova Scotia?
Oh no, I didn't click on that one here.
Let me just try and pull that up if my connection's actually working.
That was a pretty ugly fish.
Come on. I think I'm having technical problems myself right now.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe you can pull it up. I'm having issues.
So the creepy fish.
It's freaking everyone's brains out because the fact that it has big green glow-in-the-dark eyes.
Yeah, look at that thing.
That's pretty wild. It almost looks like a bird.
It definitely looks prehistoric.
Hmm. So there you go.
And I guess the challenge is who would be willing to eat that?
Yeah.
Not me. There's not enough deep frying and tartar sauce for me to tackle that one.
But something that ugly gotta have something good going for it.
So this was found off the banks of Saint Pierre Miquelon, and by 58-meter long dragger. So probably something from the depths moving around.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just found our Bigfoot, boys.
Yeah.
Move over, cougars. It's mutant eyeball fish.
Hey, since we're talking about off the coast of Newfoundland here, Mike here has a story here that there'll be a new craft beer festival opening up in June.
Yeah, it's the first one they're having here. We've had a couple of beer festivals before, but not really a craft brew one. So this one's going to be, I believe it's the 16th, 17th of June. So far they have 50 different craft beers. They're hoping to have 60 or so. It's over 2 days, and they got a web page there. I found that later on this evening, but it looks like it's going to be a good show. They're going to have all different types of little seminars within the show of guided beer tastings and food pairings and all that. So it should be interesting.
Excellent. It looks like it's St. John's Brewfest.ca is the website. Go and check that out.
Yeah. Now, I'm not too familiar with the craft brew scene for Newfoundland. How many sort of micro or craft breweries are there within the province, roughly?
About 4 or 5, that's all.
Okay.
But they're going to bring in, Garrison is going to be coming in, and a lot from Nova Scotia as well. It's not just local.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Garrison, you got Pump House going, Spindrift is going to go up there in Muskoka.
Yeah.
Please don't say Sam Adams.
No.
Nope.
I'm just trying to think now. We got Kitty Vitty, which is, I guess, a small brewery. Yellow Belly, Storm Brewing. There's another one opening up late spring, early summer in Port Rexon. There's 2 girls. I believe they're from Nova Scotia. I'll see if I can find a link for that and post it up maybe on another show.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's Port Rexon Brewing it's going to be called. But the craft brewery scene here is pretty small compared to Nova Scotia, but it's growing.
Well, definitely the craft beer festivals is growing. We heard news a couple weeks ago that Cape Breton will have their own craft beer festival going around this year, and I think right now Fredericton has their craft beer festival going on right now this weekend.
Yeah.
So definitely a busy, easy time. Stu is drinking SPCA IPA from Pump House. He's in Moncton there, I guess, so he's enjoying that brew.
Sorry, was that SPCA?
Yeah.
IPA?
Yep. It must be a fundraiser for the local SPCA.
Okay.
And it has a cute little, I guess, spaniel or lab puppy on the front there. So, kind of nice. Pretty little puppy, pretty little buddy.
Hey, boy.
Hey, boy.
Who's a good beer?
Who's a good beer?
You're a good beer.
Hey, Kraft. Mac and cheese changed the formula and nobody noticed.
Yeah, so it's good.
So they this was in the news a little while ago. They said they were going to get rid of some of the artificial preservatives, tried to keep it more natural flavors and dyes. So anyway, they did the change a little while ago, and they didn't bother saying anything to anybody, and looks like nobody noticed. So that's a good thing, yeah.
There's a reason for that, because you don't buy Kraft dinner. Everyone knows you get PC brand white cheddar. That's where it's at.
Not according to my daughter.
She likes that yellow pigment number 5, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like Kraft dinner. I like their high fiber one because I'm getting old. But they also have a spicy one as well too, which is pretty cool. But at the end of the day, when it really comes down to it, let's be honest, who has the cheapest box?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
But
I find you usually gotta add stuff to it anyway, like
tuna.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not one of those people, are you?
Well, not me personally, but there's somebody in this household that likes to add tuna to their KD. Mix it all up. I prefer adding just some hamburger.
Yeah.
And try to make it a beefy mac and cheese.
Yeah. But that's also known as like a hamburger helper, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
But like the kids, so I mean, literally, like just coat it in ketchup. It's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, ketchup.
Why even bother? Just have like regular pasta. You're basically making tomato sauce and pasta, just ruining it.
Remember when they had their purple and green ketchup?
Yeah. Oh, that was bad.
Mix a little bit of that stuff in there. They just changed the dyes and that didn't, tasted the same.
The green ketchup looked disgusting. Though. It looked like it was just moldy.
And sadly, the thing is, all they need to do, because I mean, they're experimenting with the colors, but the bottles are pretty much the same. But what really brought Heinz to the forefront in ketchup technology, ketchup, thought leadership, was to have the inverted bottle lid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was the breakthrough in ketchup science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
where's their Nobel Peace Prize?
Now, Heinz is, depending where you go in Ontario, it's not Heinz is the top ketchup. It's French's.
Well, Heinz pulled out of, I forget what town, they had a factory in somewhere in Ontario.
That's right, yeah.
They pulled out, and French's basically went in the same spot. They're using the same suppliers for the tomatoes, so I'd say they'll replace a lot of the Heinz business into ketchup.
Wow.
Yeah.
First there's mustard pickles, and now there's ketchup gate.
Yeah. Oh, we have the solution now. There's a local company. They've been around for actually 10 years, but they're small scale. And in the beginning, he wanted to open up 5 little kitchens to do enough for the island. Only with Habitat and Zest pickles, it just wasn't going to work. So since they're gone from the marketplace and Vicks is going to come out with a mustard pickle very soon, he can't keep up with the demand. So he is planning on building 5 more kitchens, and is really good for local business.
Wow.
Just pumping down dills down your throat.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know what? If there's a market there, I mean, fill your
It works
boots.
here, right?
Yeah.
And you're creating jobs and all that stuff, so.
But it's funny how local places have different things. Like 20 years ago, I spent a lot of time in Montreal working on oil tankers. And I'd walk downtown and you go to all these little chip shops and it was poutine everywhere, right? I never had it before. Didn't know really what it was. And I said, what is it? They said, no, it's chips and gravy and cheese. Okay, I'll have it, but leave out the cheese.
Yeah.
And I never tried poutine for years.
Yeah.
Oh, you were missing out.
It's just like Quebecers adding mayonnaise to their fries. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't hear that anywhere else, really.
No, but they don't really do it in Quebec. It's a French thing. It's not necessarily a Quebec thing. Only certain restaurants. It's not a standard condiment there for sure. Well, it's not even mayonnaise. It's different. It's a flavored mayonnaise. It's not. They don't take Miracle Whip and whip it on there. There's something else.
Well, Miracle Whip is not mayonnaise.
No.
Let's see. I'm just checking out some of the stuff here. Let's do probably in a little bit. We'll do another round of what we're drinking tonight here. But again, folks, if you're watching live, FN Hangout hashtag on Twitter or use the live chat on the YouTube, and we'll continue on. Small panel tonight. If we had a few technical issues with some of the other panelists, so hopefully we can get everybody back in 1 week. Be nice. One story here. This was submitted by Keith, actually, who was trying to get in here. I don't think he's able to get in tonight, but this is fantastic. I love this. Whose dream is it to own a mystery machine? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess, this woman who I guess was violating her probation put the cops on a highway speed chase going up to 100 miles an hour in her 1994 teal and green Chrysler Town and Country minivan. Love it.
I mean, what else are you going to do with that vintage of a vehicle? I mean, that's the perfect paint job for it.
I tell you, it'd be easy for the cops to look out. Right? You ever look out for the mystery? And I wonder what was the radio chatter. It's like, be on the lookout for the mystery machine, and be like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Scooby-Doo van. What? No, seriously? No, like seriously, it's the Scooby-Doo van we're looking for, right? Oh man.
Now that being said, this is California, so there may actually be a bunch of them.
Yeah.
It's
quite possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know that the Town and Country. Now, what was it though? There was a couple articles that the actual mystery machine. It's not a Chrysler. It was actually, I believe, a Dodge minivan or a van. That was the actual model of for the mystery machine for the cartoon.
Yeah. I forget which.
Or Plymouth. It was Plymouth, I think. Yeah.
Is it Plymouth?
I have to dig it up, but.
Mind you, the VW buses also make an excellent mystery machine too.
Yes, that was the thing. Yeah, that's what the article said. A lot of people think is the VW minivan or van. But in fact, it was the Dodge Plymouth Chrysler thing from that era, the '60s there. So
yeah, which is pretty easy to tell because there's such angular edges to the van itself, and not that bubbly look of a VW.
The headlights. I think the headlights was a big giveaway for that style. They copied it pretty good. Anyway, Lee on the live chat saying, "Good day, gents. Just taking a break from some prep work for podcasting later tonight, and he is drinking a Propeller Russian Imperial Stout tonight."
Sounds good.
That's one I've always meant to try. I've done a bunch of theirs, but I haven't tried their Imperial Stout yet.
It's good. I mean, it's been holding pretty steady there as compared to their double IPA, which I've mentioned before that the double IPA seems to change in taste from time to time, but the Russian Imperial Stout still is pretty good. I think the biggest thing is when they first came out, Propeller with their Russian Imperial Stout. You have others that have done the Russian Imperial Stouts, and you discover some of the other ones, and I don't know about you, but the propeller one is nice drinking beer, but there's a few other ones that you can get your hands on, which is just a little bit better.
Mm.
Not saying anything bad about it. If you find it, drink it. It's all good, but there's just a few others that they're upping up the game. For example, the Boxing Rock U889. That is just fantastic.
That's another one I still got to try too. I keep it like I have this every time I go there. The Boxing Rock, they always have tons of Boxing Rock, and like, oh, I haven't tried this one, and you drink it, and you're like, oh shoot, no, I did this one already. And the ones that you haven't really tried, such as that one and the Unobtainium, which I still got to try, I keep on forgetting to do.
No, it's definitely worthwhile to get. Well, before they go, the thing with Boxing Rock is the supply, the availability of some of their brews. It's hard to get sometimes, right?
Yeah. That's why we're not getting it here, I guess, is it? I've never seen a Boxing Rock here yet.
They have a tough time keeping their product on the shelves, for sure. Now, some of their other beers are just expensive, ridiculously expensive. Their Vickers Cross is $6.50 for their bottles right now, which is like $1 premium from the other double IPAs, which be Garrison would be the next available one, and $1 more than the Propeller double IPA. So it's you get a lot of price differences there.
Pricey then.
Yeah, and of course in Nova Scotia, it's the NSLCs that set the price. So you don't find variations in price between that and the privates. It's the monopoly that kind of sets the price for that. Well, actually, this is a good chance to jump into what we're drinking tonight here. On the live chat, Lee's is commenting here, the Propeller Revolution here has been good, as ever was. It was the only game in town for quite a while. Much easier to get every year as well, is true. Now you can get your hands on it pretty easily. I am drinking tonight as we go through. I'm drinking, I filled up a growler from Breton Brewing, their Hefeweizen, their white beer, similar to Garrison Nitwit, Blanche de Chambly, Hogarden. Very good beer, very nice, drinkable. Has that nice banana clove kind of scent to it. Easy-going beer, maybe a little bit more on the hop side, but is a very good a white beer. I strongly recommend it if you are in Cape Breton. I don't know if Cape Breton, the brew in Cape Breton Brewing, they're focusing more on tap accounts, or I don't hear news about them doing any bottles or canning. But like I said earlier, the brews that they are doing are pretty good. So whenever they do get into the bottling or canning stage, I think they'll do pretty good. Dan, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm still working on the old Fog Burner unfiltered barley wine, the 2016. Enjoying it a lot. I'm one of these hangouts coming up soon. I'm gonna have to do the old double fister, and I'm gonna have to try and do both of them the same night and see how that goes, just to do a true comparison of last year's and this year's model.
That should be a fun one.
So yeah, we'll have to figure what the topics will be that make it very easy near the end.
And Mike, what are you drinking tonight?
I just finished the John Molson 1908, and I must say it was a really nice beer. And I just grabbed this out of the fridge now. It's a Angler's Reward Pale Ale. It's from World Top Brewery in the UK.
Oh.
Pale ale, 500 milliliters, 4% Cascade and Golding hops, and it says a fruity bitterness and a lingering aftertaste. I haven't opened it yet, so I'll get back to you in a few minutes on how I like it. But the Molson was nice beer.
I'm curious about the lingering aftertaste, because how desirable that really is.
I don't know. I'll let you know in a minute.
Like I don't feel like I need to brush my teeth after I have a beer. I don't want to get to that point.
Excellent. All right, so let's move on to the next topic here, which is one of Dan's topics here. This is an ironic post here. Mom shot by 4-year-old apparent gun rights advocate. So this Florida woman, who was, I guess, a gun rights activist, was shot in the back by her 4-year-old, who accidentally shot the gun off in their pickup truck.
Yeah. The key thing with this one here is that the day before this happened, she had a Facebook quote, and I'm trying to find the line there. She was just commenting on her joy of guns, and I think where is it? It says in comments posted March 7th to one post on the page, a user named Jamie Gilt wrote, "I can promise that if someone breaks into my house or tries to harm me and my family, pretty anywhere, they'll be shot and most likely killed. It's my right to protect my my life. And then all of our kids know how to shoot too. Even my 4-year-old gets jacked up to target shoot with the .22. Well, guess what? That 4-year-old got jacked up and shot her."
Now we got to say that the mom survived.
Yes.
She's in a stable condition in the hospital. So
yeah, but there's
Why would she have a loaded gun in her car, not locked up, that a 4-year-old could get at?
that's the other thing. It's okay to be an advocate for responsible gun ownership, because there is such a thing as responsible gun ownership, but you can't be an advocate for guns and then just let anyone get a hold of it in an unsafe manner. That puts a black eye on everyone.
Yeah.
I don't have much to say anything more about that. It was just one of these things that you get what you get. You play with fire, you're gonna get burned, right?
Yeah.
So.
And I feel sorry for the kid too, because you know darn well that I'm sure for the rest.
For life.
Yeah. And I'm sure the mom's like, remember that time you shot me in the back? Do you remember that? Clean your room.
Yeah.
Clean your room. All right, folks. Again, if you're watching us live, FN Hangout hashtag or the YouTube chat, we'll get going here. Next topic here. This is another one of Dan's topics. I had seen this a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, but yeah, this is Dan. Take it away. What is this? What's going on?
So there was a rare dolphin, or breed of dolphin. There's like only 30,000 or so of this breed of dolphin left in the world, and there's a baby one that's floating in the ocean. And a mob of tourists in Argentina decided, hey, what's better than to take an aquatic animal out of its natural habitat, pass it around like a fucking doobie, pardon my French, and take selfie shots with it. Well, what do you think happened? The dolphin died. Freaking monsters in their goddamn need to have a selfie of a dolphin killed it. And it's unbelievable. Like, if you look at the pictures of the hordes of people, like, no one in that mob has the common sense of saying, hey guys, this is dumb. It's
pretty stupid. It really is.
And this isn't just one like event here. There's also another one. I guess there was a woman that was trying to get a picture of a swan or something, and she's like yanking it by its wing out of the water and pretty much kills the bird, trying to get a selfie with the bird. What's going through people's minds?
What's up with these selfies? It's like you can just take a picture of the animal and you're fine. You don't have to be in it.
No.
It's amazing on the web how many people have died trying to get a selfie, like leaning out over a subway train or something, or leaning out over a cliff, and next thing they're gone, right?
Yeah.
But the trend, you're on safari hunting. You try to get that selfie of that bull rhino charging at you, and you're trying to get that selfie seconds before you get trampled and just killed, or you're in the woods, Alberta. Oh, there's a bear, a grizzly, or let's take a selfie. And
see, that's the problem. Natural selection is too slow in the selection process. We need to speed up the selection process.
I say that almost every day, Dan.
Oh my god. No, it just really bothers me. It's just people, I mean, just parking their brains to the side when
Yeah.
clearly you have to know this is wrong. You clearly have to know this is wrong.
Yeah.
Yet you're so
In that picture, there must be hundreds of people there. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, hundreds of people just grabbing and passing on. Like, you think nobody would say, "Hey, it's fish." Well, mammal, you know, but
Yeah.
it needs water. It needs water, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, to compensate for that, you'll then also see the videos of like a stranded shark on a beach, and then the populace does its best to help push it back into the water and save it. Something that most people wouldn't want to touch with a 10-foot pole because it's a dreaded shark. So I mean, there's a bit of balance here and there.
Yeah.
But still, stories like this just drives you crazy.
Yeah.
On the Twitter, Stu was saying here that he spent the day shopping at Cabela's and Bass Pro. After a day of shopping there, he is not surprised this type of stuff happens, he says.
Mm. Too much mossy oak, I guess, gets to people.
Hey, nothing wrong with mossy oak, but
Okay, I'm gonna start my own Tumblr blog of the misuse of mossy oak.
Is this mossy oak? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that is mossy oak, and there's
Oh,
somewhere
no.
you should somewhere is the actual logo of mossy oak in there.
Like for example, like a friend of mine was showing me like a bridal party all dressed up in mossy oak, including the bride. I mean, really? You can get your all your appliances with like a laminate coating of mossy oak on it, so that way you can't find your fridge or dishwasher when you go into your kitchen. It's like there are limits to mossy oak. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's true. I agree with you. There. A little bit. There's limits. Got to do it within reason, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the next topic here, which is the one that Mike found for us here. Instagramming your food could make it taste better. So says the story. Mike, what caught your interest with this story?
I know a few people who I'm not on Facebook, my wife is, and they put like almost every meal they have out, like at a restaurant, on the Facebook thing, right? Or Instagram or whatever, and I just thought it was so funny. Like, sometimes you see a really nice meal and say, oh my god, that's so good, it's too good looking to eat. But like, one friend of mine, he put almost every meal he eats. And according to the story, they take a picture of it and they're looking at it and they're really appreciating what they're going to eat. And so it looks nice. They take the time to take a nice picture of it, and they'll really appreciate it more than you just put it on the table and dig in. I just thought it was funny.
Well, especially when you see people like this, doing a very serious photo shoot for their Instagram for their hamburger.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know what? Maybe they have memento brain. Maybe they're actually taking pictures of this because they're living their life backwards, and they need this to figure out who the killer is.
But the really funny thing was when I saw the story and read it, I said, like, why would you take a picture of your meal and put it on Facebook or Instagram or whatever? And then about an hour later, I was just going through YouTube, and I went to my channel to do a few update things, and I started thinking, oh my god, every video I do outside, if I'm on a camping trip or whatever, I'm eating and I'm filming it.
Right.
Right?
Talk about your food.
Yeah. So
you're YouTubing the food.
yeah, I'm guilty, I guess, because I'm showing how to cook it too.
Well, it's the same thing with us talking about the beer that we're drinking. Either through the hangouts or doing videos and stuff. And speaking of which, Jocelyn, who was on the hangout last couple weeks, he is unfortunately stuck drinking some Heineken in Miami. But he's watching us tonight, almost ready to get on a cruise ship, I believe, tomorrow. So that's why he's down there. I think it's a cruise, or he's trafficking drugs. I don't know. It's one or the other. Don't want to blow his cover or anything, but just check out the guy with the Heineken. You get drugs. Oh wow! I gotta tell you this story here. I shared it on Twitter. Was it yesterday? Insane story. Listen now. If you guys are not a fan of the NPR One app, I would strongly recommend that y'all go to, and I'll bring up the website here. It's one.npr.org, and it's very simple. Now, the reason why I'm a big fan of NPR is that I grew up on the border with Maine and Quebec, being from New Brunswick, and I basically listened to a lot of American radio stations when I was a kid, and NPR was one of them. So this channel the great thing with NPR, you can choose an actual radio, public, an NPR station from the States. I choose the one from home, so I can get back to the programming. But anyway, you can choose any other station, and it will intermix the local headlines from that NPR station, plus all the podcasts and stories that you probably already subscribe to. If you are an NPR podcast listener, you'll get all the same stories, plus discover some new ones. Anyway, very good app. However, one of the stories was, if I can find it here, it was insane. It was insane. It was about, if I can find it here, basically, it was a man who I guess is in his 60s, maybe. Here we go. He and let me retweet it here. I'll just retweet it. Basically, his wife died. He lives out of his daughter's apartment in his house, and he started doing the online chatting. Found a very attractive Nigerian 30-year-old artiste living in France who said that she had millions of dollars tied up in South America, and over the course of years, he was sending her half of his social security check every month, like $700 a month, $1,000 a month, whatever. And then once he moved on, remarried with a local person, she kept it up, and said that, hey, you promised you would help me. I need you to go to Peru and get some documents that I can be entitled to my millions of dollars, which you can have a cut. So he goes down to Peru, waits in a hotel for about 2 days. A man comes up, gives him 2 books. This is what you need to bring to Paris. Goes to Paris, stops in Madrid. Some flags went up. He wasn't carrying books. He was carrying cocaine. He was carrying like 5 pounds of cocaine from those books, and now he's in jail in Spain. And his kids disown him. They don't want to talk to him. They want nothing to do with him. He said, you know what? He's in jail for the next couple of years.
Family.
Anyway, that was my little story there. I thought that was... Anyway, needless to say, npr1.org, give that a listen, and there's a lot of cool stories there. All right, and then let's see what else we got going on here. Lee on the live chat says, of course, they are just fooling themselves into thinking it tastes better, unless their phone has some sort of sriracha injection app. Good memento reference, Dan. Great film.
I think that's actually like an Instagram filter.
It's not the Hefe filter?
Hefe.
There was, it Christopher Nolan film? Was it The Verge or Mashable today? They said, what is his fascination with hands? And you look at Christopher Nolan's movies, he does a lot of hand shots. And the article was like, what's his fascination with the hands? So there's a lot of scenes establishing shots of the character doing something with their hands. I guess that was it.
I never thought about that. I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah, take a look here. GC Storm on the live chat says, good evening, guys. Starting the evening with a smash being Atomic IPA from Flying Monkeys, and now he is enjoying the next chapter Rye IPA from Boxing Rock, and that is the Smash Bomb Atomic IPA. Sorry for that.
Nice.
Cool.
There you go. Roger's always drinking the good stuff.
Yeah.
Always.
He isn't drinking Heineken in Miami, that's for sure.
Andy, hang out.
Wow. Are you going to change his icon the next time he's on the podcast? Just call him Heineken?
Call him just Heine, little Heine.
Hey there, little Heine. Well, would you rather be drinking Black Label? Would that have been better?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Well, we'll see by next week because little Marco will probably be out in Florida. That's why I brought up the little reference there. So, because if you are on Twitter watching the Hangout, all you're seeing is the shenanigans that's going on in Chicago right now with the Trump rally that is just going off the rails as quickly as you can say, holy smokes. So once we're done the Hangout, switch over to CNN. It's craziness happening there. All right, boys, let's do a quick round of plus ones here. So we're kind of wrapping up the show early tonight. Small panel, lots of topics. What happens? Show usually a lot faster. See if anybody got a plus one for tonight. Mike, what do you got for a plus one?
Yeah, the local Kingsman club in St. John's here, the annual regatta, they have a lot of it's boat races now. I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with regatta here. It's boat race. It's been going on for 170 odd years. It's the longest continuous sporting event in North America, actually. But they have wheels, chants, and like spins and stuff for prizes. Anyway, the Kingsmen raised money, I think about $600 that day, and they said they were going to use it for a pay it forward, feel good day type thing. So at the local hospital today, or yesterday actually, they paid for everybody's parking until the money ran out. And there's little machines in the hospital where you pay for your parking. You take your ticket from the lot, pay for it. They said, no, we'll pay for it, give you a card. And they said, just pay it forward to somebody else, do something nice for somebody else today or next day or so. And like it was a small little gesture, like. So a few people got some free parking, but something like that could make a bigger difference every day, I think. Right? So that was pretty cool.
Oh, awesome. Excellent. Dan, what do you got for a plus one?
Mine's going to go back to Netflix. We were just talking previously before the podcast started. For those who are a fan of all the Marvel-related the shows that are showing up on Netflix with your Daredevils and your Jessica Jones and a couple other ones are coming out, you'll be happy to know that Daredevil Season 2 is coming out very shortly. And for those who haven't been keeping track, the main crux of the story is going to be focusing on two things. One, the Punisher. Awesome. And two, Elektra. So if anyone is a comic book fan, which I'm sure there's a bunch of you out there, this looks to be pretty damn intriguing. My only hope is that they do bring back Kingpin from the first season, played perfectly by Vincent D'Onofrio, because he was such a compelling character. Really, really helped make that show. So
he's a great actor.
Yeah, so it's not out yet, but it's going to come out really soon. So keep your eyes open for those with Netflix accounts. Daredevil Season 2.
Yeah, March 18th to be exact. So, yep. Pretty good stuff. My plus one. Well, actually, I have 1.5. I do have something that Marvel related. Of course, everybody should have seen this. This image should be burned into your brains.
Yep.
The latest trailer from the Captain America 3 or Civil War, where basically everybody's in this movie, and this is where we get to see the new collaborative Sony Marvel Spider-Man, and yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and go watch this trailer. This is the part here that gets you a little bit excited. Great thing about this is that the eyes move, a la Deadpool.
Yeah.
So, now, as it was brought up, here's your John Romita in late 70s Spider-Man look, and then here's your Steve Ditko 60s Spider-Man look right there.
But what you want is that nice 1970s cartoon, where he's just kind of like swinging randomly between buildings, sticking to whatever is like a cloud or something.
You can never see what he's stuck to.
Yeah, and then constantly reusing shots and footage over and over again. Funny thing about that, the old Spider-Man cartoon, the one that we all love and remember, all the music was actually produced in-house in CBC by Jazz Quartet.
Yeah, because the show was produced in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were so cheap. Obviously, if you watch the show, you know they reused a lot of the same things, but not only in Spider-Man, but for Rocket Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I saw that a while ago, and my brother and we loved that show when we were kids.
Yeah.
And I'd say probably 2 years ago it was on, and I called him. I said, Sean, Rocket Robin Hood, watch it. I said, it's like 2 seconds of the same scene the whole show.
Yeah. Like Friar Tuck eating a turkey leg and tossing over. You know, it's really tossing over.
Yeah. And when they were running.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah, running. But the other thing I wanted to quickly highlight here, and I'll put it here in the live chat for you guys here. Basically, it was a story from NPR. Basically, it was alluding to how humans got into cooking around the same time where they discovered how to create knives or create sharp objects to cut the meat. And anyway, there's a little link here in the live chat. Check that out. But basically, it changed how humans consume their food, because by then, around the time fire came by, knives came by, so it was all related to they're saying it was all due to wanting to cook their food and be able to chew it. Anyway, some interesting stuff here. So,
and then they invented sous vide.
Yeah, sous vide. By then, it was like a cow intestine, or a saber-toothed tiger. Whatever. All right, well, that's about it for tonight, folks. Thanks a lot for watching tonight. Thanks for everybody who commented either on Twitter or on the live YouTube chat. Podcast will be out tomorrow, and then we'll do this again next Friday. I might be a little tired heading out to the West Coast on Sunday for a few days, coming back. Friday morning very early, so hopefully the jet lag won't kick the crap out of me too bad, but I'll try to do an update on the channel. For those who are subscribed to my YouTube channel, I might do an update post there, a little channel update, let you know what's going on there. Guys, got anything else you guys want to plug before we go?
Not myself, no. Be kind to dolphins.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, good meeting, guys.
Good meeting.
Good meeting.